what would I have liked to have known 10 years ago that I know now?
Why are we doing the work in the first place?
Where do we want to go with this work?
What is the experience we want our students, our teachers to have?
For us, because the other districts already had been engaged in the work for some time, their insight was really helpful for us. Each lead in the districts would advise us focus on adult SEL first.
I would really focus in on making sure that the adults were prepared, that they had what they needed in order to be able to model the SEL skills for kids, that they themselves were well.
You're constantly building capacity and building that understanding. It becomes part of the fabric of what you do.
And I think it's an important indicator. It's a principal who is now talking about social emotional learning with the staff, has integrated social emotional learning practices in professional development or staff meetings, has developed a goal for their school.
Because once an adult experiences those things, they get excited about it themselves and they're eager to share with students.
Equity and social emotional learning are two things that need to be held by everyone.
I also wish we had more equity work from the beginning. I'm very jealous looking at some of the districts coming in who are starting the SEL work with their equity teams and the direction that they're able to take.
And I think in the beginning, it was hard to see where they intersected. We kept saying SEL as a lever towards equity initially, and now we can see in practice where social emotional learning is a necessity to get at good, meaningful conversations in terms of equity and anti-racism.
The importance of having a systems thinking perspective, to understand that you are trying to do this work within a very complex, often chaotic, disruptive system.
There was a thought that the evidence-based curriculum was the only way to implement social emotional learning, and I think through implementation really came the elaborations of strong examples of academic integration, strong examples of the impact around climate and culture and family and community.
It was only when we were put under the academic department and we started working with our ELA team and our math team and our science team and really look at where social emotional learning could be embedded into our curriculum, into our instructional practices, that our teachers, our leaders started to see where it all fits.
It was really making sure that we had a clear definition of the work and that every single time we were presenting, we were sharing that definition so that there wasn't an opportunity for anybody to not understand what the work was. When we finally had that definition, it took away like the fluff that people thought SEL was.
I believe that's what you're going to find as you embark on this journey of social emotional learning in your district. It is that missing piece that really pulls everything together in what you're doing.
This work is not on one leader alone, though it may feel that way. It really is about bringing others into the community of social emotional learning.
We can call our friends and colleagues in Atlanta or Alaska or Oakland or wherever. And, when you feel like you're stumped or lost or overwhelmed, they're right in there with you.
We were able to move one of the large urban districts in the country into the realm of SEL, where every day more of the folks and the stakeholders in the district are asking, how do we do this? How do we include SEL in what we're doing? That to me is a major accomplishment.
Authentic relationships.
It's really the connections that help to pave the road to having a sustainable SEL program or mindset within your district.
Humility. Have humility in this work.
The word illuminate is really about lighting up and creating a light where none exists.
Persistence, perseverance,
resilience,
fulfilling.
Never give up.